Edward the Great. Edward is the same color as Thomas and the same size as James. He can pull coaches and shunt freight cars. And he often works as a back engine. But Edward is old and not as strong as the other engines, so sometimes Edward feels left out. The Duke and Duchess of Boxford came to visit their new summer house. They came on their own private engine called Spencer. Spencer is big and silver and very fast. When he arrived at the station, his driver had exciting news for him. "You have beaten Gordon's record," he said to Spencer. "Of course," boasted Spencer. "I'm faster and finer than all the engines on Sodal put together." Sir Topham Hatt's engines were very cross. "Spencer's just a big silver show-off," sniffed Gordon, and everyone agreed. Sir Topham Hatt spoke to the engines. "Spencer will take the Duke and Duchess to their summer house. Another engine will take their furniture." Sir Topham Hatt's engines saw the chance for a race. "Please, sir," they all said, "may I go?" "You all have other work to do," boomed Sir Topham Hatt. "Edward will take the furniture." James and Gordon groaned. "Fancy sending a back engine to do an express engine's job," said Gordon. "He'll lose the race and let the whole railway down," moaned James. Thomas and Percy were cross. Edward was their friend. "Spencer has a bigger boiler," puffed Thomas, "but that just means more hot air. And on a steamy can beat a pouty puffer any day," huffed Percy. Edward slowly began to puff out of the station. I'll do my best, he huffed. Spencer set off and quickly passed Edward. "I've won already," boasted Spencer. Edward came to the bottom of a steep hill. The furniture was very heavy, and Edward was feeling very tired. He huffed and he puffed and was soon at the top. He could see Spencer in the distance and chased him at once. Spencer had to stop at Lower Tidmouth Station so that the Duke and Duchess could have their lunch. Spencer closed his eyes. "Nothing to worry about," he said lazily. The Duke and Duchess had finished eating and were back on board. "Time to go," said Spencer's driver and rang the bell. But nothing happened. Spencer was dreaming of victory. He didn't hear the bell. And he didn't hear Edward puffing past him. The workmen and the station master had heard about the race. "Hooray for Edward!" they cheered. Edward was so happy his boiler tingled. He found puff he never knew he had. Spencer's driver rang the bell again. When Spencer finally opened his eyes, he could see Edward puffing past him. Spencer quickly chased after him. But then his driver applied the brakes. "These are old tracks and you are a very heavy engine," he said. "You must go slowly." Spencer had no choice. He had to slow down. With every huff and every puff, he knew he had lost the race. Edward finally arrived at the Duke and Duchess's summer house. "I've won," he gasped. He was very tired, but very proud. "Hooray! I've won!" he cheered. Edward felt like the pride of the Sodor Railway, and he was right.
He's the cheeky one.
James!
His fame had lots of fun.
Percy!
Pulls a mail on time.
Gordon!
Thunders down the line.
Emily!
Really knows her stuff.
Henry!
Toots and huffs and puffs.
Edward!
Wants to help and share.
Toby! Well, let's say he's square. Friends, the two, the four, the six, the eight, shunting trucks and hauling freight, red and green and brown and blue. They're the really useful crew, all with different roles to play, round Tidmouth sheds so far away, down the hills and round the bends, Thomas and his friends.